the ladder make exponentially more money than me to write exponentially less code with every step up the ladder you go? Yes, that's why it's a laughable notion that like a company cannot operate without a CEO. No, the company can actually never operate without a worker. The company absolutely can operate without a CEO though. That is the hilarious part about it, is that like, sure, is there some level of organization necessary, like a managerial position?
So this isn't even true. How is that worker going to afford the machine to be able to work with? They have to get capital investment somewhere. That capital investment comes from an owner. This isn't even true. The idea of there is a system where in which you don't need workers or you don't need an owner. What this system relies on is you changing the system so drastically that is now able to happen, which is incredibly difficult to do, like figuring out which businesses can be invested in and which ones can't, in a democratic way. I mean, you're talking about a popularity contest all over again. You know who's going to be the people who get all of the contracts for all of the businesses? It's going to be attractive people or people who are charismatic. It's not going to be people who have good ideas. Because anybody that actually likes democracy, which, by the way, something I'm going to say with my chest, all of these socialists don't like democracy. I don't believe Vaush or Hassan actually give a fuck about democracy. They only care about democracy as long as you agree with them. They'll try their absolute best to circumnavigate and figure out ways that the Republicans and shit like that, their votes don't matter or they don't count for as much. They'll try every way that they can get their hands on to mitigate the voting power of the Republicans, but simultaneously say that they love democracy. How? All right? That's just ridiculous. But anyway, to figure this out democratically is impossible. It's not possible. We have 10 people that want to set up a beauty boutique, right? Who the fuck do you think is going to win that contract democratically? It's going to be the people it's going to be the person who's more charismatic, or it's just more attractive and people just want to give them it. It's not going to be some random person that has better ideas or whatever, because that's what democracy gravitates towards. Popularity contests. That's what it does, right? Are you more likable? Are you more like this? Are you more like that? Donald Trump is a perfect example of this. Was he qualified? Fuck no. He was literally the least qualified president we've probably had in the history of the United States of America. But at the end of the day, he won because he was popular. And that's what democracy is. Just have no illusions. It's about popularity. It's about, do people like you? Do people think you would do a good job? And that's probably just because they think you're charismatic or good looking. Yeah, that's what democracy is. It's not like a winning of the ideas, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Are there more democratic ways of choosing who that fucking manager is supposed to be? Also, absolutely.
Hassan,
but
ironically, is a good example of this. He has, I believe, horrendous politics. He clearly, time and time again, like 10 times over his years, you can find demonstrable events where he clearly doesn't know any of the things he's talking about. He talks about how workers need a minimum wage. Workers need to be able to be paid a fair and just wage, minimum wage, no matter what the capital owner has. Gets an editor, says, I can't pay him. My YouTube channel doesn't make any money, while he's making over 100K from Twitch. Like, you can't make this shit up. And then he genuinely goes live and is like, dude, I don't know what these people are talking about. It's not that big of a deal. I gave them the means of their production by giving them a computer, right? He is unfathomably stupid, all right? But it doesn't matter because people like him because he's attractive. Doesn't matter. He wins the popularity contest. That's what happens, right? He's charismatic as well, so he gets that dub, right? So, I mean, good for him. This is how democracy works, though. This is just what people gravitate towards, is charismatic or attractive people saying to them whatever, whatever it might be. It's how it works.
No way a company can work without the laborer, without the wage laborer. That's it. There is no value without labor. You can try to justify paying people less by saying labor is replaceable. Labor is replaceable. It's not
a binary, buddy. I think there are better ways to do it than a popularity contest. But how are you going to vote for people in a technocracy outside of democracy? Binary Buddy, you're trying it with more steps, and you're giving people more power than I think that they should be given. Incel take? There's nothing incel that I just said. Maybe you're mean. So it says critical anal. Nice. It sucks because giving an editor a nice computer is actually a cool thing to do, but everything around it was yeah, it's a cool thing to do. It's a nice thing to do. The problem is he didn't understand what the means of production was, even though every day he would go live talking about the means of production. He didn't understand why minimum wage was important, because by his logic, I can start a business, and as long as I'm not making revenue, I don't have to pay my workers, right? Like, this was the problem that he was running with, is he was using arguments that he was trying to make in separate instances that wouldn't apply to him. He was trying to say, yeah, I mean, if you own a business, you have to pay your workers. Unless you have a YouTube channel, then you don't have to pay your workers. Made no sense.
Important, but ultimately, you're still replacing laborers with other laborers, okay? And it's deeply cruel and inhumane to justify paying less than living wages.
Give me a sec. I thought it was because the editor did it for free and didn't talk about payment. He just assumed he was going to get a job. That was a factor of it, but in the defense against, because people pushed him, was like, just pay him. You make $100,000 on Twitch, pay him like everybody else, which, by the way, most people do this, right? Rosewrist does this, who certainly doesn't make nearly $100,000 from stream. I do this, who certainly doesn't make $100,000 from stream. To my knowledge, Wicked Supreme does this, right? Dylan Burns is it. I could go on and on with the amount of people that do this that don't make nearly the amount of money that he made at the time from stream. He made more money in a month from stream than I make in like 6 months from stream, right? He made a fucking ridiculous amount of money at the time. But it didn't matter, because he made the argument specifically. Why would I pay my editor when I'm making no money from YouTube? What money do I pay him with? There's no money to pay him. That's just completely counter to any argument that any of us have ever made about minimum wage ever. Oh, my bad. Jeff Bezos can start a new business, and as long as there isn't revenue, he doesn't have to pay any of his workers. My bad. I must have missed that inside of Noam Chomsky's fucking teachings. Do you think that people can be accountable to vote in a group of people responsible for a certain area of the country, aka economists look after? Well, you're just talking about a republic at that point. We already have a republic. And if you mean beyond a republic, no, I don't think people can be trusted to do that. Absolutely. Destiny gives 40% of all YouTube revenue to his editor, I think. Yeah, I think it's something like
human beings, because other people could take that job in their stead.
And if you're in a job where you work hard and you're a good guy and you're doing your best and your boss is a bloody tyrant and you never get a break, it's like, okay, fine.
Wait, Matthias, Oz. If you're being serious, I need you to substantiate this. What the fuck was the incel take? Say it with your chest. Don't just sit there.
You're in a Foucault world. Get the hell out of it.
You're in a Foucault world.
Get your resume.
Wait, he said Foucault. He didn't say fucko. I think he was talking about Foucault, right? The French philosopher. But the guy thought he was saying fucko. I don't even know how, like, Foucault works in the situation. Like, is he saying it's like a prison? Like, I don't really know what he means by, like, you're living in a fucking Foucault world.
Fill in the educational gaps that you have. Send out your 25 resumes a day and prepare to make a lateral move, because you're in a bad place. But almost everywhere, and this has certainly been the case virtually everywhere I've worked, and I've had like 50 jobs.
What is the part where we get goosebumps? Because I can't. Like, I'm listening very carefully, and I've yet to have a single goosebump.
Go somewhere else, because you can, right? It's not easy.
Oh, wow. Ultimately, by the way, his argument is still reduced to, oh, are you in a dead-end fucking job? Just go get a job somewhere.
Hold up. I'm going to do this more directly because you're, like, memeing on me. You. What incel take did I make? I'm talking to you. Substantiate your claim. Don't fucking run from it. Yeah, you. The fuck was the insult take I made? Answer me. I said it like 3 different times. What the fuck insult take did I make?
All sweaty. Like, it's that fucking simple, dude. This is the incredibly frustrating.
Discord or ban? You want to get in Discord? You want to do that? Okay. You want to get in Discord? Sure. Tell me what your name is in Discord.
Reality that, like, ultimately when you arrive at any sort of prescriptive solution, your argument devolves into, oh, are you homeless? Just buy a home. Do you not like your job? Just get a job somewhere else that pays more. Nice. Just slide on the Indeed slider to $75,000 a month, bucko. Or $75,000 a year. Sorry, I said a month. But maybe you should slide it to that.
It's not easy. You can't just walk out the door and instantly find another job, but you're not enslaved.
You quite literally are enslaved in a capitalist society to make these sorts of fucking decisions. Why? Because healthcare is not free. Healthcare is not universal. This is one of many different ways that a capitalist, hyper-capitalist society like the United States of America will trap you into a life.
Is healthcare the linchpin there? I feel like what's more the linchpin is you can't get food without a job, realistically.
Lifetime
or shelter.
Of destitute wage slavery. How do they do that? In order to become a more productive laborer, okay? In order to become a more productive worker.
Also, this shit is cringe. Stop appropriating slavery. I'm gonna do the Ed Poll thing. Stop appropriating slavery because you don't like going to work. Don't do that shit. It's cringe as f. It's not at all comparable to slavery. You can drive a car, you could fucking own a TV, you can be on the internet, you can do fucking anything the fuck you want. You could jerk off to porn all day, pay for whatever OnlyFans you want. Shit is really cringe when you're literally comparing it to like fucking chattel slavery. The fact that you don't like how much you get fucking paid at your minimum wage job. That shit is cringe, okay? Trust me, I think minimum wage workers should be paid more, but comparing it to slavery is fucking virtue signaling fucking cringe.
You go to college and you learn skills. You're supposed to be, or you go to a trade school.
Like, just go to a country with real slavery and just see what happens. Like, Jesus Christ. You'll realize instantaneously how fucking unbelievably goddamn easy you got it. Like, slavery is a much greater. Just use a different term. That's all I ask. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's bad to be, especially specific types of minimum wage workers. Like, technically, I think I would be a minimum wage worker by the amount of money I make. But like, I probably have one of the easiest jobs on the planet Earth. Let's be honest. This is probably one of the easiest jobs on Earth. But done in a specific way. Done in another way, it's one of the most challenging jobs on planet Earth. I'll take that fucking bet with anybody. Done like Ludwig style or Dylan Burns style, having to put together these stressful podcasts or collaborate with people consistently. That shit, dude. I'd rather do anything the fuck else, dude. But yeah. Done the way I do it, dude, this is the easiest job in the world.
When you learn skills, regardless, you're learning something, right? And then in that process, maybe you're fortunate enough to be able to get a job. But before you get to that point, now you've taken on
female
debt.
Units. That's just ridiculous.
You have now taken on a profound amount of debt to better yourself, to have more skills, to become a more productive laborer. In comparison to other countries, the amount of debt you've taken is profound.
Well, discount, that was my argument, yeah.
It is sizable. It is vast. Now you have to pay off that debt. So now you're in the debt trap. How do you pay off that debt? Well,
hold up. Let's look at that graphic.
Slavery.
Wait,
how do they do that? In order to become a more productive laborer, okay? In order to become a more productive worker.
I wouldn't be surprised if some compare it to chattel slavery, but not slavery, but not all slavery is chattel. Maybe there's another concept in slavery they are hitting on. Okay. What you are telling me is that it is comparable to slavery, that I need to work to survive. I don't need to work for any specific person. I get to pick the job that I get to go to, and that is comparable to slavery. Go outside. Go outside. When I get home, I can fucking jerk off. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, right? I can hang out. I can do whatever, right? There is worker protections. There are many different laws that legislate the protection of consumers as well. Like, I just fucking log off. Bring Matthias. This you? Hello.
There we go, bro.
All right, let's hear it. What was the insult take?
Dude, I feel like I understand. All right, wait. Can I say the C word on Twitch?
What, cunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I feel like everyone agrees that Hassan is a bit of a dumb cunt. Okay, I'm not agreeing with his views, but I feel like there are so many ways to go after him without like bringing up this horrible, like, it's so bad optically. I don't think you're bringing anyone over to your side by saying everyone is just on his side, bro, because he's good looking and he's bulky. I don't think it does service to anything.
Oh, me?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't think everybody's on his side just because he's good looking. I think he's primarily popular because of that.
No, but you implied that people are like agreeing with him just because he's like good looking.
I don't disagree. That was the implication of what I said.
I'm not Brit, by the way. I'm Aussie. Okay.
Oh.
Not yet. So what are you saying?
How is that an insult take?
How is it not? That's the question.
Wait,
There's so many things to say, bro, but you go after the looks, bro. It's like you're kind of projecting. At least to me, that's how I see it. Why'd you bring up his looks? It makes no sense. That's so incel-like.
What? Wait, do you think commenting on somebody's looks at all means you're an incel?
No.
Okay, okay, then let me ask you, why do you think Hassan is popular?
Because I think he's stupid and so are plenty other people, okay? So
he's what?
Plenty of people are stupid, okay? I can't justify his popularity.
Okay, why do you think he's popular?
Because he's a fucking dumbass. I don't know. There's plenty of dumbasses.
Why do you think he's popular? Actually, answer that question. Look into your heart of hearts and tell me. No, okay. You think he's popular because he's stupid? Because he's like a lol cow?
Wait. Do you think 90% of his audience are like women? What are you trying to imply here?
Oh Jesus, man! You are caught behind. You don't.
What does him being good looking have to do with anything, bro? Hold on. This is politics.
Wait, no. Have you heard of something called the halo effect?
Feel free to explain.
Okay, if you are better looking, everyone, not just women, not just people who are attracted to you, everyone will consider your opinions better than what they are. That is a well-known phenomenon that exists. Right? It's very
intuitive. It's a phenomenon, bro. It's not reality, okay? Some people can think that. No, it's definitely not how it goes by me.
I'm sorry. Okay, we can contest this if you'd like, but this is a well-known thing, and I know you've experienced it in your life. You're willing to tell me that if your boys, all right, you say you're hanging out with your boys, some 10 out of 10 chick walks up, spills coffee on one of them, how do you think they're going to react to that versus some 0 out of 10 chick that you think is a fucking disgusting hag does it? How do you think your boys are going to react? It's going to be massively different, and you know it.
Sorry. If she spilled coffee.
She spilled some coffee on your boys. How do you think they're going to react if she's a 10 out of 10 supermodel? Do you think they're going to be, oh, dude, and they're going to try and strike up a conversation? They're going to try and get, that's an in. That's the way that they're going to treat it. In comparison to a 0 out of 10. Yeah?
Wait. What is this analogy, bro?
This is the effect. Hold on. This is the effect. It's that more attractive people were more willing to put up with their shit, their nonsense or whatever, and carry on and act like it isn't. It isn't that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal when somebody spills coffee.
First of all, the analogy is not nonsense. They're spilling over coffee, okay? Secondly, the analogy is compared to politics. It has nothing to do with politics.
It absolutely does have to do with politics.
It does not. Absolutely does not.
Yeah, it absolutely does. People have more favorable opinions of people who are more attractive. They'll find reason.
Maybe
hold
I'm
on.
the outlier here, bro, because I just don't think like that. Maybe I'm just the outlier because I definitely don't think like that.
Okay, you would be one amongst the billions, but that would be okay because I would argue everybody to some degree does this. But this effect exists amongst, at least I can demonstrate it through some articles or studies or whatever I could send you if you want me to. But the effect exists in that more attractive people can be seen for doing the exact same thing as less attractive people, and they'll be seen as being better. For instance, a Chad giving $5 to charity is viewed as a philanthropist who's trying to change the world. Wait. Hold on. Maybe this is gonna be a lot better, a lot easier to.
Dude, it's very hard to take this seriously, bro. When you're using terminology like Chad, I can't. Like, this is part of the incel take. Like, it's all coming together. I can't. Like,
Yeah, it was
surely you can string a. No, it's not a bit, okay? Because you're unironically thinking.
That's why I used Chad, man. That was me. But anyway, realistically, that's how it works. I know you've experienced this. Everyone has experienced this. I don't know why you're lying. Every single person alive who is above the age of 20, yes, I know for a fact you have seen this exist, where more attractive people get away with shit that less attractive people would not get away with. I know you've seen it. The question is whether or not you're going to be honest.
I agree with that, but it has nothing to do with what you said about Hassan and people agreeing with his retarded takes.
Whoa, chill with that. Chill with that. No, like, it absolutely does. People are more receptive to things that more attractive people say that are stupid. Right? We could talk about women on Twitch who are really attractive, making really dog shit political takes, but it doesn't really matter because they're really attractive and people are willing to put up with that. Whereas a less attractive woman might give the exact same take and be ostracized instantly because we just don't care that much about people that we find to be less attractive. We tend to just not give a fuck, and that's a problem in comparison to people who are more attractive. We'll give somebody who's more attractive way more leverage or way more pull, even if we're not attracted to them personally.
Are they only doing this because they think they have an opportunity for some ins?
It's literally just a subconscious thing. We consider it is so. What
it's
the
just
halo
built
effect,
into us.
So what the halo effect is more precisely is people that we view more favorably, we get in denial and we want to view them more favorably in the future. So essentially the idea, have you had maybe I can do it in the inverse effect, which is still the halo effect, but in the inverse way. Have you ever experienced getting to know somebody and really liking their personality and they just weirdly seem more attractive to you? Like, you weren't visibly as super attracted to this person, but you got to know them. They were really cool. Yeah. You really vibed with them. And then they somehow appeared that you felt like they were visibly more attractive all of a sudden. Yeah. You ever felt? Yeah. That's the halo effect. Congratulations. You experienced it. That's literally what it is.
Hey, I never denied the halo effect.
Yes, you literally did. You said it didn't exist, but all right. Okay, so like we've established that exists. That exists even with looks, because looks put you at a higher level to begin with, initially, off the jump, just by visibly looking at somebody, even somebody you're not attracted to. Because whether we like it or not, or whether, I don't know if you believe this, but this is definitely true, even if I'm not attracted to men, generally speaking, there are a lot of people who can find the traits or can look at men and figure out what is attractive and what isn't, what is perceived as more attractive contemporarily.
How many people do you think? How many people do you think are willing to side with someone just because they're better looking?
It depends on the gravity of the point. I think if Hassan was a fascist, I don't think like everybody would. I don't think he'd have the audience that he does. I think it's because he has a very palatable series of politics that like nobody really gives a fuck about.
So clearly, this halo effect is very, very limited, right?
I don't know what you would be saying very limited in relation to. I think that
in relation to this
really
whole
big deal.
Scenario.
No, I think it
in
could be a
relation
big
to this
deal.
Politics scenario, I think it has a very little reach. Because,
I disagree.
Well, 90%. What percentage of Hassan's fan base are dudes?
This isn't relevant. Like I said, it applies to everyone, even people who are not attracted to them, because you have certain things in your mind that associate with the characteristics that he has. That he's tall, he has a good jawline, he has good facial hair, and you have things that are associated with this, like this person is worthy of respect, this person's worthy, this person is confident, this person is worthy of my attention, and these are the subconscious associations that you make with these.
Maybe I'm just out of touch because, like, when I hear dog shit takes, I'm not like, oh, well, he's kind of good looking, so maybe he's kind of right, you know?
Well, that's not what you
don't
do.
relate to that.
Wait, hold on. But did you consciously, when you got to know that person that you said was more attractive after you saw their personality, did you consciously go, this person's personality is very appealing, therefore I'm going to visibly represent them as being more attractive? No, you didn't do that, did you? It wasn't a conscious mechanical thing. It was a completely secondary response, correct? I know it's correct. I know you can't do that.
The reverse Halo.
What the My Discord just shut down. My Discord.
Did I leave?
No, I did. My Discord just restarted.
Oh. I pressed the spacebar the exact time that happened, so I thought it was me. That's all good.
No. All right.
Regardless, I feel as the reverse Halo thing completely fucked my mind over, so I'm completely lost on that.
It's the same. It's the same effect. It's just people. It's in general what the Halo effect is. People we consider to be better people, or on a higher elevation in whatever positive trait we consider positive.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because like a great example of this is family. You'll make any excuse for family that you like or friends that you like. You'll make any excuse for these people because you like them, because you're friends with them, not necessarily on other merits.
Okay, hold on. Maybe that's how most people run. Okay,
yeah,
I don't want to.
My point. Most people operate this way. That's my point. I would argue everyone operates this way.
I don't operate like that. That's why I'm calling you out on these dumb insults.
Okay, so you're calling me out because you just agreed that there's an idea that exists for everyone but you, and you're calling me out for making that argument.
You already said it has limited effect, bro. What are you on about?
No, I didn't. When did I say that?
I feel as if the whole Halo situation has very little reach when it came to that clip that what I responded in terms of the incel take. In terms of what you said there, I think that Halo effect has very little reach in terms of that little scenario. That's why I was like, this is such an incel take. I don't know why you would even mention his looks. Just go after anything but that. Like, it literally does nothing.
Well, you have nothing outside of that. I don't see why I can't bring this up because it's clearly a factor in play.
You can, but wait. So personally, like, did you care about optics at all?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, because to me, I think optics is absolutely everything. 99.9. Okay, almost absolutely everything. I feel as if you can be the most evil person, wrong in absolute everything, but if you are brilliant optically, you can win over everyone. That's just me. I may be wrong.
Yeah,
that's just me.
I agree. Do you think that Hassan 911 Piker is really good at optics? Do you think let's be honest, Hassan, I bought a computer for my editor for the means of their production. Piker is amazing at optics. So you want to try again? You want to try again about why he's so popular? Why is he so popular?
Okay, just don't imply that I'm pro Hassan here. Okay?
I'm not trying to imply you're pro Hassan. What I'm saying is you're saying optics are really important. I don't disagree with you. I think 95% of politics in general, all of politics is optics. I think 95% of it is optics. But this ain't it. He's not unless you're talking about the optics of him being attractive. He has terrible optics.
Yeah, of course. I agree that he's bad optically as well, but of course, I'm not going to deny that. I'm not here to up Hassan, you know.
Okay, so then why'd you bring up optics?
Because what you brought up before was very bad optically. It was very stupid. It wasn't like horrible. It was really dumb.
Let me put it this way. I'm not concerned with optics to the point of reducing any argument that I make to not be made.
It's not an argument though, bro.
It absolutely is. What do you mean?
I feel like there's 100 more important things.
Okay,
and
name
you just
one.
went for the
name one.
You could actually like go. I mean, you did, all right, in this stream. I want you to know that I only joined like 5 minutes before you made that statement. But already there, I saw you actually commenting on what he's been saying. I know I was interested in you saying more about that, but then you went about this dog shit like incel take, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, I typed incel.
I can talk about all of the reasons why he is wrong, but I also think something important is the reason why he's popular. Because there are people that are wrong that do not become popular. Right? So I would say Vaush is probably just an objectively better version of Hasan in every political facet. Optics and actual points being made. I think Vaush is just objectively, it is Hasan 2.0. I think this is objectively true, and I would take this fight with anybody. Why? Hold on. Why is Vaush not bigger than Hasan? Give me one reason why Vaush is not bigger than Hasan. I'm not saying this is the only reason. This is just, you're saying that this is an incel take, and I think it is a very reasonable take. Give me one reason why Vaush isn't as big as Hasan, given that he started sooner, and amongst many different other reasons.
You want me to admit that looks is one of the reasons? I can definitely admit that.
There you go. That's it. It was one
when
of
you
the
made the comment, but when you made the comment before, it wasn't about popularity. It was about agreeing with the dog shit takes.
Yeah, yes, there's...
You can be popular because you're very good looking, but no one's going to side of you just because you're very good looking.
That is, you're just so...
Wait, hold on.
I want you to tell me right now. So restate what you just said, okay? And I'll plug in an equation that makes you realize how wrong this is. Go ahead and say that one more time, what you just said.
I feel like you can be popular, right? Because you're good looking, but it doesn't mean that people are going to agree with what you are saying just because you are good looking.
Okay. Do you think that there are people that might watch like hot tub streamers that get in controversy, right? And they might agree with those people or might stand those people even when they do really fucked up and mean and cruel things? Don't we have a word for this? It's so common that we have a word for it. We have like 3 different words for it. Isn't this a phenomenon that we constantly see over and over again?
Wait, what's this? Simp cuck soy? Are we talking about that sort of shit?
Stuff like that. Yeah, isn't it so incredibly common that we have a word for it?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, I think incel would be the 4th word there as well.
The incel would be the opposite of that. They would shit on the person because they're attractive, right? That would be what they do. Oh, well, sorry. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I also know what you mean, because I could apply it to both situations.
So we know for a fact there are people that agree with people primarily because of how they look, because it's like, it doesn't really matter if she's racist. I can change her.
I don't know if they're agreeing because of that. I think they know that they're wrong, but they're just going to simp regardless because they want to eat pussy. That's what I think. I don't think they unironically agree with what harmful thing that the hot tub streamer did. That's what I personally think.
Okay.
I don't think you can see a hot tub streamer.
You don't think that you could
get a cat and then bash against the wall and be like, you know what? That's right, because she's pretty.
Like I said, there needs to be a certain scale. I already agreed with this when it came to Hasan. I don't think Hasan would be as popular as he was if he was a fascist. The thing is, he has a fairly popular amongst young people ideology, which is socialism or communism, that he for some reason keeps jumping in between. He has those things which are palatable to the general public, so it's not like he's stepping on eggshells every time he walks around. So he's not doing anything that's rocking the boat, right? He's playing it incredibly safe. So with that being the case, I think the larger determining factor one of the large determining factors is his appearance.
Why do you think Hasan believes what he believes?
I think genuinely, I think he's just morally lucky. I think he's an idiot that likes things that sound good, and socialism sounds phenomenal. Communism sounds, on paper, like the best ideology that ever existed, in my opinion.
So would you be able to dumb that down for me and say that he's just an idiot, so he believes what he believes? Is he just an idiot? Can I just dumb it down to that?
If you want to, we could see if we run into an issue with that.
Yeah, because if I'm going off that, maybe the reason he's popular is because maybe there is a bunch more idiots.
No. If that was the truth, why wouldn't those idiots gravitate towards people like Vaush?
Because popularity on the internet is very luck based. What do you mean?
what do you think is probably one of the biggest determinants to whether or not you're going to be popular on the internet?
It depends what kind of content you
Come
do,
on,
I
let's
guess.
be honest.
Well, if you're never showing your
look at-
face, I can't really.
If you look at
I
the
know what
top
I'm not disagreeing.
YouTubers, if you look at the top, come on.
Yeah, I'm not agreeing that a lot
Independent
of like, top YouTubers like
of the shit.
look.
Yeah,
I'm not,
there seems to be a very large commonality with a lot of these people, right?
yeah, of course, but I'm not arguing popularity. I'm arguing.
Okay, so
like,
I'm just
if they're agreeing
arguing
or
that
not.
one of the large determiners and multipliers for your popularity is your attractiveness. If you're an attractive woman, if you're an attractive man, you're off to a phenomenal start. And that multiplying effect for your audience is going to be tremendous. And him not rocking the boat by being a really shitty socialist is going to be, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Yeah, I'm not. That was never the point to start off with, but I don't disagree with that.
That was my whole argument.
No, it wasn't your whole.
Okay,
you changed it to that.
Okay, what was my argument prior?
Your first point that you made was that people were more likely to agree with his stupid takes just because he was good looking. He was good looking.
And
there's nothing to do with popularity. It's them agreeing with it.
Do you think that people by and large who watch somebody who does politics probably agree with him? So therefore, the popularity of somebody that does politics on Twitch would correlate to the people that agree with him.
Like what percentage of how many people do you think, if he has like 40,000 viewers, how many people there do you think unironically agree with like all of his takes?
I have no idea what the percent of hate watchers are. I have no idea.
No, it's not hate watchers, bro. I subbed him for like 3 months and I didn't like any of his takes.
Okay, I don't know why you would do that. Like, actually, that's
because
a great
I hated
example.
his hourly ads, okay?
Huh?
Because I hated his fucking hourly ads, alright?
No. What I'm saying is, why would you watch him for 3 months? What was your appeal to him? If you agree that he was so stupid.
I don't really need appeal. I just have streams going on in the background while I'm playing games.
Why didn't you pick somebody else?
Luck of the draw, bro. I don't know. Sometimes I put you up. Sometimes I put Destiny up, bro. Sometimes I put XQC up, bro. They're ugly, good looking. To me, doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah. No. I'm not trying to say that it's because of good looks or whatever. I think a lot of that, what you described, people that put people on in the background, has more to do with the rich get richer mentality on Twitch, which is somebody at the top of a section or near the top of a section will just get clicks for being there because people will go to a section, see who's on top of it, think they're the best streamer, click, and then just sit there. And just, jerk off or do whatever the they want to do, right? I think there's a lot of people that do that. So I think that's a very big effect. I think that effect matters the more than like a lot of other things. It's being the top of whatever section you're in, as long as the section has traction, right? I think there's a large element of that. But my point about Twitch politics people, I mean, I really want to hear your response. Do you agree that most people who watch somebody on Twitch who watches politics probably by and large agrees with the person politically? Do you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah. I can't disagree with that one.
Okay, so if that's the case, when Hasan has sextupled, increased his viewership tenfold over the past several years, do you think that there's a fair number of people that probably still agree with his politics? Or do you think Hasan is a unique enigma? That like nobody agrees with his politics.
If I were to assume a percentage, I would not go below half, but I would not go above.
This isn't relevant. What's relevant is whether or not you believe that it's unique. That's why I said, is he an enigma? Is it unique? Is he uniquely underrepresented in the amount of people that agree with him?
I think. I don't know, because in my mind I feel as if a lot of people who watch him actually really don't like his takes. That's just me. I feel like he's being outed more and more as an idiot nowadays. I just feel like the majority of his audience don't agree.
Do you think that there's people that are more receptive to Lauren Southern's argument because she's hot?
The arguments?
Yep.
I would agree that she's popular because she's good looking. I wouldn't say that people
Wait,
are
okay,
agreeing
so
with her
if she-
takes because
So
she's good
hold
looking.
on. If she's popular because she's good looking and she's political, do you think most of the people that are gravitating towards her just happen to agree with her politics?
You could like follow her and not have anything to do with her politics and just like wank off to her pictures.
Okay, let's not get too weird with it. All right. So, no, what I'm asking you is her popularity, right? Because you said she's popular because of her looks. I don't really necessarily agree with this. I think she has a very specific brand of politics that was very on the ground in doing that. I think by and large, a lot of her success was because she was attractive, but I don't think it was because entirely she was attractive, right? Because she did do a very unique type of content, especially in her early YouTube days. But what I'm saying to you is you don't think that there's people that are just even more receptive to her arguments. Even so, like, let me put it this way. Okay, let's try something else. Do you think that people, if given more time and to hear out your arguments, are probably going to be more receptive to your arguments on a
I think they're more willing to listen to what you're gonna say because you're good looking, but I don't think that has anything to do with
Do
them
you
actually
think
agreeing with what you're
sure.
saying.
Do you
because you're
think that somebody who is given more time to lay out their arguments and explain their thinking is going to have a higher rate of people being more favorable towards their positions?
in general, yeah, but I feel like they're mutually exclusive.
If that is the case, then how is it then that somebody being more attractive wouldn't cause more people to be more favorable of their opinion? If you give some incredibly ugly hag 1 second because you pull up their stream and they're so fucking hideous that your screen will crack and you can't listen to their fucking voice, right? That you just have to click away, that person is never going to get any traction because you're not going to hear out their political opinions. In comparison to, let's say, there's some hypothetical 10 out of 10 person who you're going to hear out for 30 seconds. That person that you're going to hear out for 30 seconds is going to have way more people follow them because they can actually make points in that given period of time in comparison to the person who's 0 out of 10. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Are you telling me that somebody like clicks on a YouTube video, sees a thumbnail of some like mediocre dude, notices he's ugly, clicks off the video? Are you saying that's like a common thing?
I know
or
that's
what?
a thing for women. Yeah, at the very least, yes, 100%. Yeah,
Okay.
you put really attractive women on your thumbnails, that way people click on it, and if that really attractive woman stays there and is on the screen, people will stay there for a longer period of time than if they aren't. Yes, this is a thing.
I guess. Yeah, I guess so. I agree. Maybe I'm just fucking out of touch. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't. I mean, listen. I'm a DGGer. Okay. I don't care too much about looks. Okay. My favorite man is Destiny. So
True.
listen, Destiny is. Hey, listen. He's a maybe a 4 or 5 max. I'd say.
Whoa,
I'm gonna be honest
wait,
here.
really?
What?
You think
Hey,
only a 4
hey,
or
watch
5?
yourself. Okay. What number are you going for?
I think I could work with a 5. I don't think I could work with a 4, honestly.
You want to get higher?
Yeah. I think a 5 or a 6 is
Wait. Are you bi?
No.
Okay.
Are you? Are you gonna
No.
pull the? Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna pull the. I'm bi, so I win because I actually dudes.
I would only pick a dude if they were extremely feminine to the point where they pretty much are a girl. Okay, so maybe, hey, but yeah, no, I think this needs a 5 max. Okay, I want to be honest. Okay, I don't care too much about how he looks.
His facial hair is really good. I think that's why I feel like you got to give him some credit. I think his facial hair is good. That's why. I think his facial hair is pretty good.
I've listened to all of his facial hair takes. I 100% agree because as a Portuguese Australian, I have amazing, facial hair. So
Sure.
I agree with that. And I'm whiter than him, so I do agree. But I still think he's a 5. I wouldn't go like a 6 or a 7 like you probably would. I don't know, man. If he's like a 6,
not a 7.
okay, so you'd probably go 6.
I think I give it a 5.5. No, I give it a 6. I give him a 6.
Okay. Would you say the 6 is above average? 5 being average?
Yeah, by definition, yeah.
Okay. So you think Destiny's above average?
Yeah, probably because of his facial hair, yeah.
Okay. I look at Destiny and I see the most generic person in
He
existence.
is pretty
but
generic.
That's just me.
I
That's
just
just
think
me.
I think the facial hair carries it. I think it's just the facial hair, man.
I think he looks more generic because of the facial hair. Okay. I mean, he does look.
Are we gonna have like a
kind of
Vaush situation where we need to we're gonna like Photoshop him without his facial hair? Or well, no, wait, wasn't there a thing or whatever where he cut it for the what was it, the Cowboy Bebop thing?
I have not seen Destiny without facial hair in his edited pictures, but I have
Yeah, he
seen
has
him
good
put on
eyes too.
Vaush's
That's
face.
true. He's got the
What
is
color
it?
is it? Are his eyes?
The Cuban slavery or slave owner.
Oh, he's got blue eyes.
Yeah, the Cuban slave owner eyes. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I know a lot of guys in here want to say that women love blue eyes, and I do agree. Women do love blue eyes, but I feel as if women still really love brown eyes. Okay, they really do. I don't think they care. They do not care. Okay, my eyes are so dark brown that they're pretty much black. Okay, and I get compliments all the time. They love brown eyes. Okay,
Homie.
just talk to girls first, chat. All right, and then you might notice that.
Homie, this is a bit of coke. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bit of coke.
It's not coke, bro. Listen,
Just a touch.
listen. I can rate myself, buddy. I'm at 8.5. Okay,
Oh.
confident. 8.5 minimum.
Oh. Okay, listen, man. I haven't seen you, but oof. Are you sure I'm the insult in this conversation? Are you sure there, buddy?
How am
You
I
sure?
an incel for being confident, buddy? Come on.
Hey, listen.
Incels aren't confident, bro. What do you mean?
Wait. All I'm saying is there's a lot of incels. Okay, there's
Stop
a lot
copying
hold on,
me,
hold on. There's
fucking
a,
chat.
there's a lot. There's a lot of incels that think that they deserve like 9 out of 10 women or whatever, and when like a woman with like 1% body fat walks up to them,
Yes.
they say that she's a whale and like tells her to move on. That's all I'm saying. So there's a lot of
Yes,
people that got a
but-
bit of an ego about it. So.
But I don't think that they think they deserve girls because they're looking. They say that they deserve them just because they deserve them.
Tell me,
I don't know.
Maddie, do you deserve women because you're good looking?
I don't think anybody deserves women.
Then you agree
but-
with the incels. That's what it sounds like to me. You just said incels agree with that. You just said incels don't believe that. I heard it. Did
Incels
anyone else
believe
hear
that
it? I heard
Wait,
it.
you are listening to Oxygen apparently. Incels say that pretty much everybody deserves a woman. Okay, it doesn't matter how ugly you are, bro. You deserve a woman. Okay, incel or not. Okay, that's copium for them. I don't need copium.
Wait,
alright? I don't need that.
do you not think that everybody deserves love, Maddie?
No, you don't deserve anything. You gotta work for it. Well, you
What do
just
you mean?
pop out of your mum and you deserve a girl? Like, no, you work for that, bro. You put effort into yourself. What do you mean?
You
Surely
Wait, hold
agree
on.
with
What do you mean you work for it? Like,
You work for it. You build a personality. You build an appearance, and you go for it. You don't just sit there in existence waiting for a girl to come to you because you deserve it. You know?
I mean, there's
Surely.
some people that literally just sit there. For instance, me. I just sat here on my stream, and then I got a girlfriend. How is it? How can it be fair? Maddie?
Wait. Did you get your
How is it
girlfriend
fair?
during streaming?
What do you mean?
Did you get your girlfriend before you started streaming?
No.
Was she one of your viewers?
No.
So, how'd you meet her?
Well, she saw one of my streams and then DM'd me.
So she was one of your viewers.
No, she wasn't. Like when I hear viewer, I hear consistent in my chat room. Like
So, a
talking.
viewer is someone who watches your shit. I don't care if it's once or not.
Okay,
So she
then,
did
yeah,
see
sure.
your...
Then she watched a clip of mine, thought I was good looking, and then DM'd me.
I mean, that's luck of social media, buddy.
No,
okay?
it's not
That's
like a social
that's an odd
media.
outlier.
Listen, that's just the unfairness
But-
of life.
but no-
How is that fair, man?
Yeah,
How is that fair? How is that fair?
Wait, I'm not saying it's fair, bro, but I'm still saying work for it, okay? To the people in
Well,
chat
so all
who
I'm
don't...
saying is some people don't have
Wait.
to work for it. I didn't work for it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not...
My
I never
Discord, not
disagreed
yours.
with that, bro. Yeah, I never disagreed with that. I'm just saying, to everybody in chat, okay, who sits at home most of the day, doesn't really do anything, okay, depressed as hell, you got to do something, right? You can't just sit there and hoping to get lucky, being another irrelevant, you know,
Well, no.
sucking off destiny until you're big, and then you get a girl, okay?
So, like, no, my whole point is one thing that one, I was pulling your dick there. Like, and obviously there's a measure. I think that I would argue that I would hope that everybody, or I would argue that everybody deserves love, but that love cannot be taken from another person. I think everybody deserves to be loved. I think everybody like innately, unless you're like a fucking serial killer or something, right? Like deserves some manner of love, but you can't take it from another person. Like you can't.
Yeah, I don't think you can
force
take it,
another person to do it to you.
I don't think they deserve it, like, naturally.
I think that they do. I think old people, like, unless you're like a degenerate deserve somebody. Well, like, we're probably going to get into semantics. What does it mean to deserve it? What does that mean? I just think that ultimately, like, it's essentially something that everyone should have.
Technically, you did work for your girlfriend, okay? Because I just read a comment, okay? Very smart guy said, you did work for it. You made your stream popular enough to have the reach to reach a girl that would hit you up.
Okay, what about
you did work for it. You worked very hard for it,
okay,
actually.
What about the girlfriend that I had before I started streaming, where I just met her at a bus stop?
Listen, you put in the effort that morning to get out of bed and go to that bus stop, and you deserve that girl, bro.
All right,
you deserve it.
Then any incel that wakes up in the morning and fucking cleans their goddamn room deserves a girl.
Luck is involved, bro. Luck is involved. Luck is involved. Luck is involved. Okay?
Yeah, I know. Luck is a massive.
If you see the right girl at the right time, it changes everything. It's luck all the time. It's luck.
You made the effort to keeping yourself alive until you met her. I guess that's true.
Yeah,
I guess that's true.
That does make sense.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was pulling your dick, but for the most part, I just wanted to make a point out of the fact that there's some people that pretty much don't have to try, and that it's pretty cringe, especially when there's hard genetic factors that prevent people from being able to like
in terms of what? Just anything.
Well, yeah, the fact that somebody has to try 30 times harder than me because they were born 6 inches shorter, or like fucking 8 inches shorter. That's pretty.
Wait, are you saying that as a 6'1" dude, or
I'm 6 foot?
Are you just saying father? Oh, well, okay. Yeah, so I never disagreed with like with like nature fucking over one person and putting the other one on a pedestal. I'll always agree with that. I'm 6 foot, but I'm very self-conscious about my height. Okay, most of my mates are 6'4" and 6'5", and I feel like a woman next to them. Okay,
sure.
So, but of course you can have advantages, but I don't think one of those advantages would be that someone is more. I don't think someone's more likely to like actually agree with your dog shit takes just because you're good looking. I think they will quote unquote agree with you just to suck your cock. That's what I think.
Okay, I think we're getting a little bit further, but I think when we're talking about like parasocial relationships like streams and stuff like that quote unquote sucking your cock or whatever might come through getting attention from donations or even just hanging out inside of the person's stream with the hopes that they notice you inside of the chat room. I think there's those elements there, absolutely, when it comes to Twitch streaming, that parasociality. I don't think that there's any mistaking that are people that materially work in reality. Like, I would, if you could set up an experiment, I think it would be 100% conclusive that if you take a 10 out of 10 person, an incredibly attractive person, like a model, right, person or whatever, right, who walks up to a group of people and gives a specific political opinion, more people will be more favorable, more people would give that person the time of day to hear out their political opinion, thus increasing their chance of being more favorable towards that opinion than somebody who is less attractive. I think that would have a 100% correlation.
All right, I mean, I hear that, and I can't hear that and agree with it. I straight up just disagree with it. Maybe it's just a fundamental disagreement.
Wait, I thought you already agreed that more attractive people were given more time.
I agree with 90% of what you said, but I don't agree with the actual part of unironically agreeing with someone just because they are good looking.
Okay,
maybe they can fake.
If you hear somebody out for longer, you have a higher chance of agreeing with them. You already agree with this. So if
it's still mutually exclusive.
It's not. That's not.
I feel like I can agree with that and still agree with my take.
if I hear somebody out for longer than another person, and I have a higher probability of agreeing with them, and this happens disproportionately to attractive people, would this not deductively, not inductively, deductively mean that more people will agree with a more attractive person who has the same exact points as somebody who is less attractive?
Are they agreeing with them because they are good looking?
No, that's not, I asked you the question. I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm asking you, maybe you didn't hear me.
No,
So,
I did. I suppose so. Yeah, I guess.
yeah, that's literally deductively how it has to work. Like, that's like 1 + 1 = 2. You can't. There's no, I'm not arguing that. If somebody is given more time to, if you listen to somebody more, we both agree that somebody you listen to more about a political topic will disproportionately be able to convince people and or show people, display to people that their views are more favorable, i.e. if they're preaching socialism, they have more time to preach socialism and have people feel like, oh yeah, you know what, actually I was a socialist and I didn't realize you're a socialist. Yeah, I'm on your side, in comparison to somebody who is given less time and will not be given such a thing. If that is true, and we agree that more attractive people are given more time to speak before somebody gives them the boot, then deductively, not inductively, we would agree that more attractive people are going to be more popular based on, or their opinions are going to be more popular based on their looks.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask all of chat a question. Chat, assuming you're all dudes, which you probably are because you're watching Ahrelevant, okay? If, let's just say you don't have a girlfriend. Well, you don't, okay? So everyone here doesn't have a girlfriend, including Ahrelevant, for hypothetical purposes.
Sure.
Let's say a 10 out of 10, no, 11 out of 10, beautiful mamacita comes up to you, right?
Yeah.
And she hits on you, right? And there's one thing attached, okay? You get to be hers, and she gets to be yours as long as you go vegan. Okay? Would you do that? Would you sell out meat for?
Probably
Okay,
for at
listen.
least a bit, yeah, at least a while, yeah. I mean,
Fuck no,
shit
fuck
is...
no. Everyone's saying no. I'd try it. No, no. Damn. Hey, God. Hey, your chat really doesn't like that.
I probably would. I want to go. I think
I'll try it for a week.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
If
why
she
not just
cooks.
do it? You can put up with it for like a little bit of time in that scenario.
No, not for one time. I mean, for the rest of your life, chat. Like, you're gonna get married to her, you're gonna have kids, but
Dude,
you have to be vegan.
I'm gonna tell you something. All right, based. I recently had an Impossible Burger. That shit is better than a Whopper. Listen. I can make it happen.
An Impossible Burger. I want to give this a look. Is this vegan?
Yeah, it's a vegan. Like, it's supposed to be like a.
Is it called Impossible Burger because it's not actually a burger?
Yeah, not. It's a vegan alternative to a.
What's a Whopper?
A Whopper is a Burger King burger.
Ah, that's okay. We have Whoppers, but it's from Hungry Jack's. Yeah, we have like a scuffed Burger King. I've been to the US once, and I went to Burger King once.
Yeah, dude, that shit is good, dude. I'll just order that shit every day. That's all it works.
Listen, I went to like a restaurant and for like breakfast, and they gave me a pancake, and it was bigger than my table. I was like, oh Jesus, and wonder why this is how America works, bro. Like, I just have crumpets, okay? They're tiny, and these guys are eating like table-sized pancakes. I don't.
Hell yeah.
Yes, it's called Hungry Jack's, okay? Hungry Jack's. It is a dumb name, okay? I can tell you something else I hate about being Australian. In general, I love being Australian. The accent, all right, for the A is really weird, all right? So say ASS. Say the word, Ahrelevant.
Ass?
Yeah, I can't say that. I physically cannot say that.
What do you say, arse?
We don't really hard pronounce the R, but I would say ass.
You said that was fine. What do you mean?
It's ass. It's not. Okay, I can't say ass. It just sounds
Ass.
weird. And you can see me putting effort into saying it. I say ass. Okay.
That's close enough. That's fucking close enough.
It's not, because I feel as if saying, "Hey, that girl is a nice ass," or however. It just sounds a lot better, bro. Ass just sounds like a dumb word. It's like, I want to smack your ass. It just sounds like really shit. It doesn't. I don't
You should
know,
be
bro.
more ashamed of when you guys say no. You guys say no, really.
No.
Oh, you don't? It's like
Wait,
there's a bunch.
how do they say no?
No. That's how you'll be saying "nar."
What?
Yeah, you never heard that before?
No. What is
Nar,
no? No. What?
That's how you'll
You're
say
fucking
no.
with me, bro.
Nar.
You're
Are you
fucking
kidding?
with
We
me.
can literally look up a YouTube video right now of
Wait,
Australians.
are you guys just listening to
"Nar."
like 3 Aussie YouTubers and then coming to the conclusion that every Aussie says no?
We're Americans. What do you think?
Come on. Okay, nobody pronounce no one in Australia, maybe like one or two like idiots pronounce no with 25 R's behind the O. Okay, nobody does that.
I know 3. Okay, I know 3 off the top of my head.
I guess that's
I'm
more
just
than the
saying.
population of Australia.
It
so
is.
you're
It's
correct.
honestly comparable.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess you're correct. Every Australian says no.
Yeah, they do.
I suppose. Yeah. Well, now they do. Listen, Americans in chat. No, you're wrong. Do not speak about my country. You're dumb. Okay.
Got him. All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think your entire chat are a bunch of incels. It's like you. Okay?
Thank you. I'm not the one who's cringing over being 6 foot tall because I have a 6'4" buddy. All right.
Wait, what? I'm cringing about what?
Yeah, you said you feel insecure about it, man. I'm pulling your dick.
Oh, okay.
I'm pulling your dick.
my...
Do you
I thought this
actually
was like
feel
a
insecure
quarter.
about being 6 foot?
Yeah.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes I'm like, dude. I feel like I'm the bare minimum height. I don't think I feel insecure about it, but sometimes it feels bad because it feels like I'm the bare minimum height for like a lot of people. It's like, I'll put up with you. You know what I mean?
I don't know
that
why
shit feels bad.
Copiums me when I say I'm 6 foot. I'm unironically 6 foot. Okay.
Well, let's be honest.
On the dot.
Anybody who says that they're
I know,
6 foot,
yeah.
it feels like cope. Like you might as well just say 6'1" or something, so people don't
worry.
feel like you're
I've
coping.
met plenty of people who tell me heights that they are not, and they come to me and they're like 4'11". Okay, plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I will own up to the fact that I'm 6 foot, but I still love to be 6'4". Okay, we'd all love to be 6'4".
I actually wouldn't. I've talked about this before. I want to be exactly.
Nah,
dude.
Cap,
I want to be.
cap,
I want to
cap.
be exactly 6'2". That's what I
Cap.
want to be. Exactly 6'2". You want to know why?
That's cap.
No, it's not
Why?
Cap. Bruce
Why?
Wayne is 6'2", and I love cape shit. That is literally that simple, dude. My idol growing up, Bruce Wayne. He's 6'2". That's it. That's literally as deep as it goes. Unironically, that's as deep as it goes.
Nah, I'm sorry, I still can't.
Listen, you can call it cringe, but it's not cope.
It is cringe. Okay, it's cringe.
It is cringe.
And very incelish. Okay.
Is it?
No, it's not. I don't know. All right, that's all good, bro. It's 4 a.m. here, just so you know. So
yeah, I know it's late as
I'll
fuck over there.
I'll probably stick around maybe for like another half hour. Oh wait, never mind. Destiny's here. I'll watch it like 5 minutes though.
There you get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I've subbed to you before, bro. You bow down to me.
Bow down to those 5 cuck bucks, okay? In your case, literal cuck bucks, all right?
What? Me? Okay, bro.
I mean, you told me you're hanging out with Chads. I'm sorry. It's,
what?
You said you envy your boys who are 6'4", 6'5". I'm sorry, but it sounds like you're on the sidelines.
Bro. You say Chads.
Dude, chill.
You fucked my mind, bro.
Chads
I'm sorry, I can't handle the terminology, bro.
Dude, you heard the term Giga Chad. You know Chad is like a fucking meme at this point. You have to know that.
But you use it unironically. That's the thing. You do. You use it unironically, bro.
Wait, have you never heard somebody call Hassan a Chad?
Yeah.
Do you think that people are using that ironically? Or do you think they're all incels?
No, wait, I'm not saying they're correct or incorrect. I'm saying it's just cringe. Just don't use that terminology.
Oh, if you're just gonna make it cringe, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'll say what I want. When it comes to that, I don't give a fuck. Like, I thought you were trying to claim I was like an incel for saying that. That's like whatever.
No, I don't feel as if chat. Do not go into real life and speak to actual people and use the words Chad. Okay, never do that. Okay, ever. That's
obviously.
Yeah. Well, they listen to you all day, bro. So they probably do go outside and like talk to their friends. Like,
Anybody who
Chad,
listens to me doesn't go
waved at me
outside.
the other day. Yeah, true. Never mind.
I don't really have to
All
worry
right.
about that. All right.
All good, bro. You enjoy your stream.
Yep.